Claudette, Beatrice, Jenny, you're all welcome. Let's go ahead and tap, tap, tap. We're going on live at this point to do some practicals. If you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome. Here on this live, what we do is, thank you so much for joining the live, Godmother. Thank you, Tyrone. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining. So let's go ahead. I'm going to be sharing from here. Let's make sure that the volume of everything is okay before we go ahead. Yeah, let's see. Right, thank you so much. So in today's tutorial, I hope we can see what I'm doing. Let me adjust. In today's lesson, you're going to be doing 6 different, we've changed it to like 8 now. 8 different methods of showing you how to install the extension. 3 from the rubber band method, 3 from the natural and traditional, then 2 from knotless braid. So if you're here, you want to learn knotless, you're welcome. Grace, you're welcome. Lola Palace, you're welcome. And Nahiraba, you're welcome. Adua, you're welcome. Tayo, you're welcome. Tina, you're welcome. Yours Aspiration, you're welcome. Let's begin to share and tap so we can go into the class. There's no point to start wasting our time this evening. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to my live. Here on this live, we teach how to braid and how to add extension into your braiding. Thank you so much, Godmother, for tapping, and God bless you for doing that. So now let's go straight ahead. There's no point wasting of our time. So this is the hair we're going to be using for our tutorial today, and that is the extension. Akim brought it in bulk. Wow, if you love, you're welcome. Everyone that is coming, you're welcome. Tola, you're welcome to my life. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. So now we're going to be starting our tutorial. The first 3 methods I'm going to show you on this tutorial is how to get into braiding as a beginner, because this class is a beginners friendly class. We do beginners friendly class. We move up to the level that's a bit advanced, then we'll now go up to knotless braid. So I'm going to start with the first one. Is the method of a rubber band, which is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. So if you have not seen this method before, please let's go ahead and do it, because on this live I make sure that everybody achieves something and gains something from this live. Even if you're a beginner, you don't know how to braid, let's go ahead and tap. The 3 things you have to do on this live for me is share the videos, tap on the videos, and make sure that we support this video to the point. Thank you so much. If you have not followed the account and you want to get notification, please go ahead and follow the account. It will help us. So now the first one we are going to do, all we need for this is that we need our rubber band. If you have not seen the rubber band before, thank you for everyone joining. This is a tiny bit of rubber band for the beginners, how to get into braiding. So you need the rubber band to start with, then we need our extension. This is my extension. Hey Auntie Stacy, how are you? Thank you. I hope everything is going on well. How is work today? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Let's give cheers to Stacy for joining. She's been at work and now she's here. So let's share the video, like the video, and let's start. So with this first method I'm going to show you is called the rubber band method using the crochet pin. So the first thing that you're going to do, you have to go ahead and brush your hair before you install any extension. If you want to install extension on your own hair, make sure the hair is nice and combed, detangle it, make sure that all the knots are out from it, the way I'm just doing it. So when you do it this way, it's going to be easy. The next step you're going to take, you're going to go ahead and get your rubber band. Look at this rubber band. It's a tiny bit of rubber band. Just stay calm. We have 3 categories of how to install extension we are going to do today. First one is with the rubber band method. Then we are going to do the next one with natural and traditional method. Then the next one we are going to do is knotless braid. I'm going to show you 2 methods of how you can install your knotless braid. That's the last 2 lessons we're going to do today. So now the first one, for the beginner's sake, let's go ahead. Take this, you go ahead and grab your rubber band. This rubber band I'm using, you're supposed to be using 1. But now when I'm using 1, it snaps. But at the end of the day, if you use 1 and it's okay for you, my dear, go ahead and continue to use 1. But if you add it up together, for me, I do double it. So when you double it, you go ahead and secure this. Look at it. Use it and secure this. This method are just beginners friendly. If you have not braided before, go ahead and try this method I'm going to show you. You will start braiding from today. So when we get up to this point, we'll start moving ahead. Gradually secure this from the root of the hair. So when you secure it from the root of the hair, make sure you exhaust all the rubber band. Exhaust all the rubber band like this. So when you exhaust all the rubber band, it's going to look this way. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and split this hair into two. When you split it into two, you're going to put it on both sides. Please, let's go ahead and share this video, like the video. Let your hands not go off. This is the bundle of extension we are going to be using. Look at how beautiful this extension is. Somebody was asking me the number. I don't know which number, but it's just a green, nice expression. So let's go ahead and brush this one out. When I brush this one out, we're going to be taking part of this extension. Most of us here, as a beginner, we don't know how to grab our extension. If you have your extensions in bundle like this, it's easier as a beginner when you're just starting. What you have to do, section your extensions on a rack, or you sectioning on the handle of the chair before you start. The reason is that we want our extension to be the same size. When you're braiding your hair, make sure that your extensions are the same. Look at how uniform my extensions is and my braid. It makes the braid look nice and more professional. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow the account to get a notification whenever I'm live. I come live morning at 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. and I come live 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time. This is just why we are here now. So now let's go ahead. This is the extension I'm going to be using. Look at the size now. It's a medium for me. It might not be a medium for you. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is that when you pick up one strand of extension and the bundle of it, start with that size until you finish all your braids. Very, very important. Hi, Auntie. I can't get the braids to do the same size. Okay, don't worry. When we get to that point, it don't really matter. When you're doing medium, there's a question going out there. When you're doing medium, my medium might not be your medium. This is my medium. You can just choose a little bit slightly different from this. You understand? There's no point measuring it. Like, you just go ahead and take, okay, this is what I want for my medium. Or you can try two braids with it. Then you see the size, compare which of the size that you think is okay for you, choose that extension. That is how it works as a beginner for you to get into it. So now this is the one I'm using here. We are going to split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Can everybody see it? So what we are going to do, splitting it into, when I split this one into 2, is going to be the one I have on my left hand should be more than the one I have on my right hand. So let's go ahead. Take this one you have on your left hand, put it on one side. Take this one that you have on your right hand, put it on the same level to have the same length. As a beginner, for you to have a good finishing end, what you're going to do, create a loop. When you create a loop like this, you go ahead and get your crochet pin. This is my crochet pin. If you're seeing the crochet pin for the first time, a crochet pin is what we use in inserting hair. You can use it to do crochet braid. You can use it to do all sorts of styles. But I'm going to show you how to use it. When you're using it as a beginner to install your braid, all you're going to do is that open it. It has something like a latch to close it and open it. Open the latch like this. When it's open, install it on top. Install it on top of the hair that you've used and the rubber band to secure. It will to come out this way. If you know that this one is disturbing you, get a clip. Always have a clip and or tools to work with. Hold it. Then we are going to take this smaller extension that we have here, take it and create that loop. When you create the loop, go ahead and insert all this extension into this and cover it with the lash. When you cover it, let's bring it down a bit. Cover it, pull it. In the process of pulling your extension, my dear, do not pull up. Use your left hand, this is my left hand, to hold onto the strand. Then start pulling. Remove your crochet pin. When you remove the crochet, use your right hand now. Pull the other one out. Because if you don't do that, everything is going to pull out. We don't want everything to pull out, right? So now at the end of the day, you're going to merge it together like this. They're on the same size. The next step you're going to take, because we have inserted the crochet pin inside, it has loosened the root a little bit. Why are we doing this method? Because as a beginner, most people find it very difficult to do natural and traditional method. For you not to be wasting time, my dear, go ahead and try all this rubber band and get into braiding. Gradually, I'm still going to teach you on this live how to install the natural and traditional method. So the next step you're going to do, go ahead and split this hair into 2. When you split it into 2, pull it on both sides. When it's pulled on both sides, then you release it. Release your extension. You have halfway braided your hair already. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab this extension that is 2 times more bigger than the one you inserted, then you adjust your mannequin. This is my left hand. What you're going to do with this, take your left hand now. At the end of the day, adjust your mannequin. Take your left hand. This is my left hand, thumb and index finger, thumb and index finger. Go ahead and take this extension, place it in the middle like this. Hold it with your thumb and index finger. When we are doing this method, thank you so much. Let's begin to share. Let's continue to share. Share the video, like the video, and support the video as much as you can. Thank you. When you're doing the rubber band method, only this rubber natural hair will be in the middle. Don't worry, as a beginner, we're going to go ahead and braid this hair. When it's come to the point whereby we start splitting this hair, that point you know how to braid already, then we'll go ahead and do it. So now, if you're a right-handed person, always start your braid here with the right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start your braid with the left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to go straight ahead, start my braid with my right hand. From my right hand, bring it into the left. Grab this one in the middle, hold it and secure it. From your left hand, bring it into your right. That is just it. You see how simple it is to do as a beginner. Before you know it, I've started braiding the hair. This doesn't take time. It doesn't, no hassle, no pain on this one at all. All you're going to do at this point, because you're a new beginner, just take your extension now and cover the natural hair. Don't worry at this point to split it. I will tell you when to start splitting all this hair. So you go ahead and start braiding your hair. Can you see how beautiful this braid is? You go ahead, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. It's called tucking in. Then you go ahead and start braiding this until you finish braiding this hair. I'll braid it up to the point whereby I'll just leave it. Then later, because to save our time, we don't have that time. The little time we have, we're just going to use it to cover because we have more things to installations to do with different methods. So we'll go ahead and start braiding this hair. Why? If you notice that your extensions is not covering, go ahead and adjust it and make sure that extensions are covering your natural hair. You go ahead and cover it. Let me adjust this so that we can see what I'm doing. You go ahead and start braiding until you finish braiding this hair. So for me, I only leave this part because we don't have time. We do it online. But at the end of the day, I'm going to show you how to finish up the ends of the braids. Yes, so let's go ahead and tap. I'm not seeing the icon color of tapping again. Please, let's go ahead and tap. It's as if we're idle here. Put your hands on the phone, everybody. Thank you so much for doing that, and God bless you. Let's give this test to everybody tapping. If you're here, share the videos, tap the video, and support the video as much as you can. Thank you. So now, let me go ahead and show you. This is it. This first method is using the rubber band method and putting the crochet pin on it. See how beautiful it is. As a beginner, you can go ahead and start braiding. Nobody will know that you even put rubber band on it. You're braiding already. So why are you wasting time? So at this point, we'll start with the rubber band method. We'll start building up to natural and traditional method, and we'll build it up to a knotless braid. So let's go ahead and do the next one. This is the first one we have done now. This first one is rubber band method using the crochet pin. And the next method, if you don't have the crochet pin at this point, you can still do this method. So let's go ahead and do it. We are going to complete all this method, 6 good methods related to it, and 2 knotless braid at the end of it. By the time you try all this method, you start installing hair like a pro. Nobody will think that you're a beginner because you've gone through the method and you're taking the nice process to going through it. So the next step we are going to do now, this is the first one, and we're going to do the next one. So the next one is rubber band method without the crochet pin. All these methods are nicely and friendly beginners for those that doesn't know how to braid, for those that doesn't know how to install extension. Now let's go ahead. I'm going to brush out this hair. Let's go ahead and brush it. Keep tapping, please share the videos. Let me share from here, because normally I come in the daytime. I only do come once in the evening to make sure that those that are at work, they are back now to gain from all these tutorials. So let's go ahead and share the video. I'm sharing from here as well. So thank you so much, and God bless you if you're tapping, and if you're sharing, God bless you for doing that. So now we are going to go ahead and make sure we comb this hair. Can you see it? Just make sure you see if you're installing any extension, make sure that the hair is combed nicely. If not, your hair is going to be breaking at the end of the day. Reason is that you're going to be putting up this braid between 4 to 8 weeks. When you don't comb your hair and detangle it from this knot, my dear, you see the result is that when you're taking your braid off, your hair are going to be going out with it. So follow the procedures, follow the techniques, it's going to work. Now that I have finished combing this hair, we are going to split this hair into 2. When you section the hair you're working with, split it into 2 equal parts. This is rubber band method without the crochet pin. We are now going ahead to get our extension. This is my extension in bundle. If you don't know how to pick your extension as a new beginner, please take one size of it, make sure you section it on a rack or you section it on a chair so that you can be able to do that. What I mean is that if you take the first one and you're working with this size, place it on a rack. Take the next one, make sure you do about 10 so that you can be able to know that they are all the same sizes before you start braiding. Yes, because if you don't do that, it's going to be as if your braidings are not the same sizes. We don't want to have a braid whereby one is jumbo, the other one is micro, the other one is mini. No, you don't want to do that. No, it doesn't make sense at all. Now, this is the extension we're working with at this point. Split it into ratio 2:1. What I mean by ratio 2:1 is that the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This is a size for the braid. Any braids you're doing, let it be this size. When we get to the point of whereby we'll be crossing it, I'll let you know at that point. But when we are doing rubber band method, we don't have to cross it. Watch me as I do this. So take this one that is 2 times bigger, put it on one side. Take the one that is smaller, make sure you put it on the same length. When it goes on the same length, it's more better so that you can have a good finishing end. You'll not be borrowing hair from each other. So take the middle of this, place it right in the middle. Look at it. Place it right in the middle of the hair you have already splitted. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping. Share the video. Tap and share the video. Thank you so much. And support the video as much as you can. So the next step you're going to do, go ahead and grab your rubber band. This is my rubber band. You can decide to use one rubber band if your rubber band will not snap. But normally when I do it online here, I take 2 and I double it together. If you want to follow my method of doubling, please, you're free to do that. It's no judgmental. Because mine, if I do it now and it snap, I don't want it to snap. But if you want to use one, go ahead and confidently use one. So the next step you're going to do, my extension, the smaller one is in the middle. Go ahead and put them together. When you put them together, take your rubber band and secure it. This method are good for even children. If you're just learning how to do hair, if you're just learning how to install extension and your kids cry a lot for hair when you're doing natural and traditional method, my dear, please go ahead and use this rubber band method. They won't feel pain at all. You just use the rubber band to secure this hair. It doesn't break hair. When you're taking it out, don't pull the hair across your hair. Just make sure you snap the rubber band from the roots. When you're taking your hair out, it's not going to cut your hair or anything. So now secure this rubber band to the point that you've already exhausted all this rubber band. It's going like about 5 or 6 times because the hair is a tiny one. If you have your hair in bulk, it's not going to be up to that. Next step, open this one, split it into 2. Go ahead and pull it on both sides. When you're pulling it on both sides, don't make it too tight. The more you pull this hair on both sides, the more tighter the hair is going to be on the root. We don't want your child or yourself or anybody that you're doing it to be complaining that it's too tight. Go ahead and release this one. At this point, the hair is already secured. This hair is already secured from the roots. Now you can now go ahead and start braiding. This is the reason why we say it's beginners friendly, because at this point you won't complain that, oh, I don't know how to secure the hair from the roots. I don't know how to do it to make sure it's tight. The rubber band has already done the work for you. Go ahead and take the other hair that is 2 times bigger than this one. Let me add a little bit to it. This one is a bit too tiny. Just tiny bits to add up to it. So when you take it like this, the next step you're going to do, adjust your mannequin. Because I'm standing in front of you, I'm going to adjust my mannequin. Make sure that when you're braiding hair, you're already position yourself in a way that your back is not aching. Yes. So you go ahead. This is my left hand. I'm going to use my left hand at this point to hold this hair. And this is my left hand holding on to this hair. Take this one, place it on top of it. Hold it with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Thumb and index finger. So when you're holding with your thumb and index finger with your left hand, if you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand to start braiding from here. If you're a left hand, start with the left strand of hair to start braiding. When you're doing this rubber band method, note one thing, that the natural hair will be in the middle. As a beginner, don't worry. Let's go ahead. By the time you get into braiding, you'll be able to split your natural hair into other hair. So now let's go ahead and start braiding this hair. From my right hand, I'm going to take it, bring it into the left. Can you see it? Grab this one in the middle. When you grab it in the middle, you hold it with your thumb and index finger on your right hand. From my left hand, take it right here into my right. Bring it in. That is it. You started braiding already as a beginner. You see how simple it is? Can you see how simple this method could be? If you have not started braiding hair, go ahead and get your rubber band, get everything, and start braiding your children's hair from today. Get extension. This is how simple this method could be. You will just go ahead and start braiding immediately. This method is so friendly. It's too tight. It's hot like hair. No, it's not too tight. You will not make it too tight. You just make sure that the rubber band is a bit too loose, not too tight. So now you go ahead and just start braiding your hair. I will show you the result of this. When we finish this method, I'm going to show you the method whereby you don't need the crochet pin, you don't need the rubber band on it. For those of us that doesn't want the rubber band, you can still do it without the rubber band. So that is why I'm showing you different method. Go ahead and practice the 6th method. When you practice the 6th method I'm showing you, one method will be good for you. Just choose only one of the method out of the 6 to start braiding your hair from today. Don't waste time. Don't waste time to say, oh, I don't know how to braid. I don't know how to install my extension. With this method, you're going to be able to do that. 3 methods from the beginner's rubber band method, 3 methods from the natural and traditional method, and 2 methods from the knotless braid. Thank you so much if you're not joining. And if you're not following my account, go ahead and do. And if you're not subscribed, look at it. Can you see how beautiful this braid is? This braid is the rubber band method. As a beginner, when you start doing this, before you know it, you start braiding the hair already. These 2 are from the rubber band method. This one is with the crochet pin, and this one is without the crochet pin. I'm going to do the next one. The 3rd one is going to be no crochet, no rubber band, which at the end of the day, if you don't want to add rubber band or you don't want to have crochet, as a beginner, you can still do it. So go ahead and watch me demonstrate it. After doing the 3rd one, I'm going to move straight to natural and traditional method. But then if you have any question when I finish this 3rd one, let me know. Or you keep your question at the end of the day when we finish all the 8 methods I'm going to show you. 2 from the knotless braid, 3 from natural and traditional, and 3 from rubber band method. When I finish all those methods, at the end of the day, ask me any question. Then we'll use it to round up. So let's go ahead and do the 3rd method. This 3rd method, thank you so much for those that are tapping. Tap and share the video, please. We only have few hours to stay here, so let's make most of it. If you have not supported the video, do that. If you have not followed, go ahead and follow the account. So when I come up live, you're going to get notification. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and God bless you for that. Let's split this hair, and always have your pin, always have your clips to be working with. This method we are going to do at this point. The reason why I grouped this method to the rubber band method is because we are using the same technique that we use in doing this to do it. But at the end of the day, there's no rubber band. Watch me as I do this method. This method might be the method that most people would like to use, because when you use this method, it looks like the natural and traditional method because there's no rubber band and you're not using any crochet to insert it. After combing out the hair, the next step you're going to do on this, go ahead and split this hair into 2. Go ahead and split this hair into 2. When you split it into 2, leave it this way. Get your extension. Look at the extension we are using. We are using the same size of extension, making sure that our braids are equal. So I'm going to go ahead and take the extensions I'm going to use at this point. So if you don't know how to take your extension as a beginner, the way I'm just grabbing it in bundles, make sure that when you're doing your extensions, go ahead and section your extensions on a rack. If you don't afford a rack, go ahead and you have a dining chair that you can section it on before you start braiding. Make sure that all the sizes of your extensions are the same thing before you start installing it in your braid. So we have this medium, which is my own medium. Your medium might be different from my medium. It doesn't really matter. So now we are going to section this hair into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. When you split it up, you find out that is this. But I'm going to explain this to you when we get to the natural and traditional method. Take this one that is 2 times bigger, just put it on one side. Go ahead, what you're going to do with this one, take this one that is in the smaller part, place it, make sure that they're equal. I will not forget that part. Make sure that they are on equal length. As a beginner, we don't want you to struggle to do this hair. Place this one in the middle. When you place this in the middle, you go ahead and do this. Normally, the previous one we did, we used the rubber band to secure it. At this point, you're not using the rubber band. Just go ahead and close it, braid it down a little bit. Go ahead and try this method on your children's hair. Go ahead and try this method on your own hair. Those that want to learn how to braid on their hair, you're going to get it. Just braid it a little bit down, making sure that the extension is in the middle. not too much. Look at it. So just a little bit. So when you have that extensions in the middle, bring this one down. At this point, you've already half braided this hair. The next step you're going to do, go ahead and take the other part of the extension that is 2 times bigger, which is this one. You go ahead and place it. Hold it on your right hand, and this is my left hand. What are we going to do with the left hand? Go ahead and do what? Grab this hair with your left hand. This is my left hand, thumb and index finger. Grab it with your left hand. Let me adjust the mannequin. Grab it with your left hand. Place the middle of this hair right here. When you place it right here, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. The next step you're going to do, if you're a right-handed person, go ahead and do it. It's easy to do this technique on others, but it's not hard. It is hard to do it on your own. Yes, this technique might be hard to do on your own, but the rubber band method will not be hard to do on your own. Yes, somebody is asking that question. So let's go ahead. You now go ahead and take this one. This one is, if you're a right-handed person, you start your braid with your right hand. If you're a left-handed, start your braid with your left hand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start my braid with my right hand. From my right hand, bring it into the left. Then you grab this one in the middle, secure it, take this one from your leg, bring it into your right hand. That is it. You start braiding the hair already. This is how simple these 3 methods could be. If you're still here and you don't know how to install extension, you see how simple it is. With this method that is grouped on rubber band method, the natural hair always stays in the middle. Because as a beginner, I used to explain in my own class that you don't have to bother to start splitting it at this point. Learn how to, if I ask you to split this hair now, everything you've started with is going to unravel. Don't bother to split it. Go ahead and start braiding. Use your extension in the middle to cover the natural hair. It means tucking your extension in. Then you gradually start braiding your hair. It will put you into the line of braiding very well as a beginner. Then when you know how to braid, you just go ahead and start sectioning this hair and split it to other natural hair. This part is the rubber band grouped on the rubber band method. So let's go ahead and braid this. The next one we are going to do natural and traditional method. I'm showing you 8 good methods of how you can install braid on this life now. We have done 3 so far. This 3 belongs to the rubber band method, which is most beginners friendly for those that doesn't know how to braid. And even for those that knows how to braid, there are some styles you do on the hair, you need this method to do it. Yes, if you're a professional hairdresser, I want to learn how to French braid. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and finish this one first. The more you know how to do this, everything is going to get into your hands. You know how to do all that. So now let's go ahead and start braiding this one. So when we finish braiding this, I'm going to go straight ahead to do the natural and traditional method. Can you see it? The reason why I explained, if you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow this account so that when I come up live, you're going to get notifications. Can you see it? The reason why I said this method, though it's grouped on the natural and a rubber band method, it looks like the natural and traditional method. Can you see how it is? It's as if you install this hair from the root, but then the method you use it's not the same method. You see, you don't have to pull the scalp or anything. It's a simple way to install this hair. So these 3 groups now that you see now is related to the rubber band method, beginners friendly. Even for those that knows how to do hair, this is friendly as well. So let's go ahead, straight ahead. When I finish all the methods, just note the numbers. If you want me to repeat any number, I will be watching. This is the number 1, number 2, and number 3. Then we're going to number 4 now. Number 4 group to 6 is the natural and traditional method. Let me go ahead and take some water. My throat is getting dry now. So we are going to be going ahead doing the 4th one. Not all this method. You're going to try this method as a beginner. Then you think that any one of them that is okay for you to start installing your braid, choose only one from all this method and start doing your braids. It's going to help you to build up your speed when you're braiding, because when you're braiding, you need speed as well to braid. If you're very slow in braiding, you take years to 2 days or 3 days for one braid. No, we don't want that. So learn in a way that when you start installing your hair braid, as I'm telling you, gradually learn how to increase your speed. It will help you. It will give you less time to do your braids. So when your speed, because most beginners, when they are learning, you see how they are doing their hand like this, which is normal. Everybody started the same way. Then later on, we leveled up. the more you practice, the better it becomes. So now let's go ahead. This first method we are going to do is a natural and traditional method, which at the end of the day, we are going to be wrapping this hair up. Most people say they wrap it round. For me, I say I just plait it. So it depends on what you want. It's okay, but just watch me and do the method. Watch me as I do the method, then you just go ahead and try it. If you're trying to learn how to braid, please go ahead and get a training on mannequin hair. It's very, very important. Very, very important. If you want to practice with your children's hair, the only method I will give you exemption to practice with is the rubber band method. Apart from that, don't go and be using your children's hair to do natural and traditional method. Because at the end of the day, if you use your kids' hair to be learning natural and traditional method by securing the hair, it's going to be so painful for them because you're not a professional already and you're still learning. The time you're using to manipulate that hair on their hair is so painful. They will not want you to want to do their hair again. When they say, my daughter come or anyone, let me do, they say no. But if you practice your hair with the mannequin training hair, you now move your experience. Take your experience now to your daughter's hair by the time you learn how to do it on a training hair. Please, if you're interested in learning how to do hair, go ahead and grab one training mannequin hair. It's very, very not too expensive. Highest is £30 or from 18 upwards. So you just get one for yourself, because the more you practice, the better it will become. So let's go ahead and do this method. This method is a natural and traditional method in the sense that, thank you so much and God bless you all. Let's go ahead. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you have not shared the videos, share the videos. Let people know that we are here for those that want to learn how to do hair. So now, this is the extension we are going to be working with. Now, I'm going to be splitting this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This is the point whereby we do all those methods. When you're doing your braid, make sure it's like this, because we're going to take this smaller one. The reason why we do ratio 2:1 is because we are going to cross this. When we're doing this method now, we are going to take this smaller part and cross it to the bigger part. Let me show you the reason why we're doing that method. So when you bring these 3 strands together, look at how equal they are. You take the 2 smaller parts and then go to there and get something to eat and stop murmuring in this video. Sorry about that. So now, when you have this, you see that the strands are equal. What you're going to do at this point, that is the reason why I say do any brace you're doing, always section it like this. This is the first technique you're going to get in the point that your braid is going to look even in the first place first. So now the next step we're going to do at this point, take this and hold it on your right hand like this. Then you now go ahead. We've already combed this hair, detangle it from the knots. Always make sure you comb the hair. Watch me as I do this method. If you think this method is okay for you, I grouped this method on one of the natural and traditional methods. You go ahead and hold on to the hair. Place your extension right there. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. When it's held with your thumb and the index finger, take your right hand, start plaiting. You do the first one. This is the first one. Then you go ahead, do the second one like this. Open your hand like this. Place this one there. Secure it there. Let me make sure that it's okay. Secure it there. Then in the next step, go ahead. No, let me do it again. So let me do it again. So this hair is not listen. So you go ahead, let's do it again. So now hold this with your thumb and index finger. Take this one on this one, place it right there, hold it. When you hold it, take it and plait it. You do the first one, right? Then you go ahead and do the second one. So when you do the second one, place it here. Then you open your hand like this, section this one like this, split this one, split the natural hair into this. Split it because we're going to give the other one the natural hair. When you split it like this, you go ahead and start braiding this one. Go ahead and start braiding. You see how simple this method is? This method, most professional, that is what they use for their own method. You see how simple this method is? When you come to this point, at this point, we are going to take this, we want, because it's a natural and traditional method, we are going to split this natural hair now. You see, when we did the rubber band method, I didn't split any hair. You're going to split this hair. Make sure that the 3 extensions have the natural hair. Then you now go ahead and start braiding. Another tips I'm going to tell you is that when you're braiding hair, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. It's called tucking in. It will make the hair look more neat and professional. And if you're starting to learn how to braid, make sure you use a colored hair. I come up line to use colored hair to teach is that it will make it look more visible. When you're doing it, you'll be able to single out your natural hair and the extension. So it will help you to know how to tuck your extensions in. Even now, when you've learned how to do this, if you're using a color that is matching to each other, you're used to it already. That is it. But if you don't use colored hair to learn, you will not know the difference, whether you're doing it well or not. So you now go ahead and start braiding. You tuck it in and start braiding your hair. Can you see it? The hair will now look smooth. At the end of the day, we have a green extension and we have a brown shaded hair. It's not even showing. Have you seen it? It's not showing. Thank you so much. Let's continue to tap, 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 tap. Let's go ahead and tap, 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 tap and share the video. Thank you and God bless you for doing that. We don't want the system to think as if we're quiet here. So because the algorithm will think that, oh, what are they doing here? They are not doing anything. So keep tapping and God bless you for that. For those that are supporting, let's just go ahead and support until we finish showing us how to install our extensions. So now let's go ahead and keep braiding. I'm going to braid this hair to the point. I'm going to show you the result of what we have done so far. This method is natural and traditional method, and this is the first method of the natural and traditional method I show online when I'm teaching how to braid. And this one is very, very simple as well. As a beginner, you can still do it. So go ahead, when you learn all those 6 methods, go ahead and choose which one. I don't use to finish braiding them because I don't want to waste time. Look at it. More professional, most professional, that's what they use in doing this hair. Can everybody see it? Thank you so much and God bless you for that. Thank you so much. So now let's give cheers to everyone. Can you see that method? Very, very beautiful. This is the 4th method we're doing now. I'm going to go ahead and do all those methods. If you have any question, place your question. Know the number you want me to repeat. I'm going to repeat it at the end of when I show you all the method of how you can install the braid. So let's go ahead and do the next one. So the next one is going to be 2-strand method of how you can install your extension, which is the hair is going to be the top strand. Thank you so much. Happy. I'm seeing you and God bless you for that. So the hair is going to be the top strand. When you're doing this method, if your hair is not that long, you cannot do this method. If the hair is not that long, you cannot do this method. It's only when the hair is a bit long. If the hair is short, you rather use the rubber band method to do it, or you use the natural and traditional method to do that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you what I mean by this. So this method is a 2-strand method of how you can install your extensions into braids. So I grouped this under the natural and traditional method because we're going to split this hair, the natural hair, into other hair. Just watch me as I do this method. So when we're doing this method, the last one we're going to do on this group is going to be the most used method, which is the natural and traditional method. Thank you, Sosa, for this and God bless you for that. So let's go ahead and grab our extension. So make sure the size, as I'm going along, I'm explaining to you the trick and the tricks you have to use when you're doing braids. Make sure that all your extensions are the same sizes when you're learning how to do these things. Make sure that the sizes is going to give your braids a uniform braid. Even as a beginner, when you do that, nobody will feel that this person is just a beginner braiders. No, because you're following the rules and you're doing it very well. So at the end of the day, this is our extension. Now with this method, because this is the size of the extension we're using. With this method, we are not going to split this extension into 2 or crossing it. So watch me, because I've told you that it's a 2-strand method. We are going to use this one to do the top strand. Normally, when you're doing this method, people hold it like this and place it. But I'm not going to show you that method. I'm going to show you a simple method you can use in going into it. All you are going to do, you're going to place this hair, make sure that they are on equal level. So when they are on equal level, just go ahead and we have combed this hair, right? Go ahead and hold on to this with your left hand. Place the middle of this hair. Place the middle of this hair into this. So when you place it, hold this with your thumb and your index finger. This is your thumb on your left hand, and that's your index finger. At the end of the day, if you're a right-handed person, start with this. If you're a left-handed person, start with this strand. 2-strand method, only 2 of the extensions are here, and the hair is the third strand. If the hair is not long enough, you cannot do this method. But if the hair is up to this half of this length, you can still do the method. So now let's go ahead and do it. From my right hand, I'll take it to the left. Look at it, I'm supporting it with that. Then you go ahead and grab this, bring it to this point. When you bring it to this point, then you take this one from your left hand, bring it into your right hand. Then you go ahead and start braiding. So when you braid up to this point, bring this natural hair in the middle. Look at it. We are not going to continue to use this natural hair. No. I'm not going to continue to use this natural hair to be braiding. All you're going to do, when you place this natural hair in the middle, go ahead and section part of this extension. Give it to this natural hair. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless you. Then you go ahead and take this other natural hair extensions from this one and give it to this natural hair. Place it there. So when it's there, it's going to look this way. With this method, we are going to go ahead and start braiding. So watch me. Now when you braid it up to this point, go one, braid it. So the next step you're going to do on this is that we are not going to continue to use this natural hair because we grouped it onto this. Take the natural hair and section it there. Start braiding again. Then when you bring it to this point, split the natural hair to the middle. Most people like this method, but for me, as a beginner, you might think, oh, this method is very difficult and it's complicated. It's up to you. When you watch me do the 6 method, thank you so much, and God bless you all. When you watch me do the 6 method, it's up to you to choose which of the method to choose. But all I'm going to tell you on this tip is that when you're braiding, always make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. Can you see it? The extensions are covering the natural hair. It's called tucking your natural hair in. Then you go ahead and start braiding. When you position the extension out, when you're braiding, it's going to be going that way. You see, you don't have to struggle anymore. You see the way I'm doing it? You just have to, when the extensions is positioned and the natural hair automatically goes onto the other side. So you keep braiding until you finish braiding your hair. You see how simple this method is. So when you use all this method, you won't find it very difficult to say, oh my dear, I don't know how to install the extensions. I don't know how to install my braid. I don't know how to do this. So that is the reason why I come here to show you this method of how you can do all this. Look at the method here. So now you can only notice that we have the natural hair here. Where we start separating the hair, it stops. So you will not see any natural hair again. Your hair is braided down. That is the second method of the natural and traditional method, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 5th one, and that's the second one from the natural method. So we are going to go ahead and do the 6th one. I'm going to do it up to 8. Then we'll start asking questions. Yes, it's nice. Thank you so much, Bazan. God bless you for that. So let's keep tapping, tap, 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 tap as much as you can, and God bless you for that. When we finish installing this, I'm going to go ahead and ask questions. If you want me to repeat any of the numbers, note the numbers that you want me to repeat. This is the first one with the crochet pin, rubber band method. The second one, rubber band method, no crochet pin. The third one, rubber band method, no rubber band, no crochet. This one is the natural and traditional method with the wrapping round, and this one is the 2-strand method. So we are going to go ahead. Thank you, Baza. God bless you for that. Thank you. I can see you. Thank you so much. And God bless you. So this one we are going to do on this method, natural and traditional method. This is the method that is putting people off. How to hold this extension. That is the reason why I put it up to the last one. In the sense that when people find out that they cannot do this, they'll think, oh, I'm discouraged. What will I do? I don't want to do this hair again. This is the method. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this method. I have videos of all this method on my page. In case you want to do it at your convenience, go ahead and search it. They have all titles. All this method, they have titles and they have comprehensive videos. You can switch it on and go ahead and get your mannequin or whatever you want to do and practice it on hair. But don't do the natural and traditional method to start with on your daughter's hair if you don't know how to braid, because it's going to be so painful. They will not want you to do their hair anymore. If you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow so that you can get a notification while I'm live. It's going to notify you. Press your notification button, follow the account. Whenever I'm live, you're there, because normally I come up live 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time, UK. Then evenings 5 p.m. UK time to 7 p.m. UK time, this is the time that we're in now. So now let's go ahead. This method is the most used method, and this method is what most people as a beginner they want to learn. And this method is the reason why we come across showing you how to do different methods to get into braiding. So we are going to go ahead and do this method. At this point, this method we are going to split it into natural 2:2:1. As I always say, the one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. If you're doing any braids, please always section your braid like this, meaning that when you cross it and put the smaller 2 parts together, it's going to give you a 3 strands that is equal. Can everybody see it? So when you're doing your braid is going to be even. It's not going to be like, oh, no. When you do it this way, section your extension this way. Look at the 3. They are at the same level. When you're braiding, it's going to give you an even strands of braid. So now let's go ahead. When I'm installing this, I used to hold my extension. Most people, they hold their extension this way, and it works for them. For me, I don't hold. I will only show you what I know. If you know it's not convenient for you and you're used to the one you're doing before, that's absolutely perfect and okay. But if you still want to learn this method, that is good. For me, I hold my extension on one hand, then at the end of the day, I start braiding up. I'll show you the method how you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'll just hold my extension on one hand. You see it? But then I'm going to do this now and explain you how to hold your extension on one hand before we go ahead and install this hair. If you want to hold your extension on one hand, this is my right hand, thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, the pinky finger. These are the fingers we use to do hair. When you hear me say, okay, I'm using my thumb and index finger, meaning is these two hands. These two fingers, they play a lot of vital roles when you're doing hair. Other fingers are just supporting fingers when you're doing hair. Go and watch it and try it. So the next thing is that when you're holding your extension on one hand, take your thumb and index finger, hold onto this with your right hand. Take your thumb and index finger on your left hand, hold onto this on your left hand. Go ahead and take this one strand that is left, put it on the supporting, use your 3 supporting finger and hold on to it like this. And now when you're holding it, make it firm. Don't make it loose, make it firm. So the next step you're going to take your right hand, this is my right hand, place your middle finger like this, then you turn your right hand. When you're turning your right hand, go ahead and bring out your index finger right from there. Then you now swave your hand. The one of the strand is going to be on top of your index finger like this, holding your extension on one hand. So let's go ahead and install this hair. We've already combed this hair nicely. I told you now, put all your questions in your mind and put the numbers you want me to repeat when I get to the points of repeat. So let's go ahead. This is the hair we're going to install. This is my left hand. Hold this hair with your left hand. Go ahead. This is my right hand. Open your thumb and index finger while you're still holding your extension. Look at my thumb and index finger in middle. Go ahead and just hold it this way. Gradually hold it this way. Use your left hand. Let me push this first. When you're watching this method, please go straight and be watching my hand closely. So you go ahead and take your left hand, split this hair. Split this hair. When you take out this one, go ahead and use your hand to drag out this extension, bring it closer to you. So when you bring it closer to you, take your index finger, this is my index finger, put it in between, because this method, most people know how to install their braid, but then this method is finding it difficult. This is where people have problems. When you release your hand, go ahead and grab this hair with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Look at it. The next step you're going to do, while you're holding it like this, take your index finger, put it in between. Make sure you secure it. When you secure this hair, don't make it too tight. Secure it, but not too tight. When you braid it like 2 or 3 times like this, you have to flip your hands. Go ahead and do what? Flip your hands. You see the way I flip my hands? When you flip your hands, you start braiding down. So when you flip your hand this way, make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. This is my extension and that's the natural hair. Make sure that you position it in a way that the extensions are covering the natural hair so that you won't be seeing it on top of your braid. It will make your braid look neat and more professional. When they see it, they will say, no, this is not a beginner's, it's not a new beginner that did this hair. She's not learning, she knows what she's doing. So you now go ahead, when you secure it, you keep braiding until you finish braiding this hair. So let me go ahead and finish braiding this hair, then I'm going to show you the result of what we have braided. That is why most people find it very difficult to do this method. And it's not that difficult, but the only thing is that when you're taking it, when you're holding it, press it and pin it down to the scalp and don't make it too tight, but secure it to the root. It's going to help you. The hair is going to look nice. Let me quickly braid this down, then I'll show you what we have done so far. Normally, I don't finish the braid to save our time. That is why you see me leaving it out. If you're doing your own braiding, if you want to dip it in hot water, make sure you finish all the braid to the tips, because we don't have time now online. That is why I'm not doing that. Let's go ahead and check it. Look at it. Natural and traditional method, most used method, most complicated method. This method is the method that is difficult for most people to do, but then it's not difficult. So that is the reason why we start from the first one to start building it up to this level. If you come to this point and you've learned all this, perfect. Thank you so much and God bless you. Hammer, thank you so much and God bless you. So when you do it to that point, you know that at this point, at least I know I'm so happy that I can secure this hair for the root. Note in your mind, this is the number 6. Number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Any question you have it in your mind. I'm going to ask you at the end of the day. So the next one we're going to do now, if you're here, you want to learn how to do knotless braid, which I've sent up the videos. I'm going to do 2 methods you can use in doing your knotless braid. I'll show you. When we do the 2 methods, then you now come and ask me question. We'll tackle the question, then we'll call the class a day for today. So let's go ahead. If you have not followed the account, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and follow the account, because I come Monday to Friday. We do mornings and evenings. 12 p.m. UK time, which is in the afternoon, then 5 p.m. UK time. So follow or subscribe to the channel. At the end of the day, when I just come up line, it's going to give you a notification that I'm here. So if you're the one that prefer evening, when I'm evening, you're going to get me. If you prefer morning, it's going to notify you that I'm here in the afternoon as well. So now let's go ahead and do the knotless braid. The knotless braid, the way you do your knotless braid, the difference between this braid, the difference between braids and the knotless braid, I'm going to show you the difference. When you're doing your braid, you secure the extension from the roots. This is the normal box braid. Then when you're doing knotless braid, you have to start with your natural hair. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to section this hair that we're going to be working with. So if you're here, you want to learn how to secure knotless braid, go ahead and do it. There are a lot of explanation on this knotless braid. Most people, when you're the type that have very, very full hair and bodied hair, it's good for you to do knotless braid. But if your hair is a kind of thin type, you can still do knotless braid. But the only secret is that take a little extension, tiny bit, and start it from the root. It's going to give that hair a little bit of body. If not, when you see your knotless braid, it's going to be too light for those that doesn't have to. But if your hair is very, very full, it's good. You will not notice anything. The only thing is that you're going to give you that seamless look on your knotless braid. So now let's go. The first method I'm going to do for this method, because I've sent in videos of how to do this. This method I'm going to do, we're going to use 2 methods in one. But when I do the 2 methods in one, but I want to separate that method in my video, so that if you're using that one method, go ahead and use that one and finish your knotless braid. If you're using the second one, go ahead and use the second to finish the knotless braid. Now the hair is well combed. Let me show you how you can section the extensions for your knotless braid. Let's put this one aside. This extension, I'm going to sort it out now, because now I don't want everything to scatter here. So this is, as I was saying, if you don't have a rack, the color is everything, and the color is beautiful. This color is beautiful. I don't know the number. They didn't put number on this color when I bought it. It's just that they just write, I don't even know what they wrote. That's, I think it's a green color. Yes, are you by any chance related to Samuel L. Jackson's sister? No, I'm not. Sorry. Somebody is writing it on YouTube. Oh my God, I always wonder how black ladies got their hair done, and hats off to all the stylists that is art. Oh yeah, yes, it's an artistic work. Thank you so much for that. Josie, thank you so much for that comment. Yeah, it's artistic work. I used to define it when you're doing braiding. Braiding is an artistic work that the braiders, we use hair to showcase our own artistic skill. Why the painters, they use the artists, they use paint and brush to do theirs. Now, when you want to do your knotless braid, let me show you. You're going to take extension. It depends on the size you're doing. Let's assume I'm going to be doing our medium size, the way we did the normal braids. So we are going to take up this hair. But the way you section your knotless braid is different from the way we do our normal braid. If it's our normal braid, as you just watch me did, you split it into 2, right? But this one is going to be different. So watch me. I'm going to section this hair on the chair. So this is the amount. First of all, take the size that you want to work with, which is this one. Then you go ahead and section this hair. Take the first smaller part, place it on your chair. If you have a rack, absolutely okay. If you cannot afford a rack, my dear, you have a dining chair. Don't disturb yourself. Go straight and get your dining chair and do what you have to do. So now, this is the first one. You place the smaller part. You start building it up. You take the second part, put it this way. You take the other part again, which is the third one. You take it and put it this way. You take this other one and put it this way. That is the fourth one. It depends on you. You can decide to do it in 3. You just go straight to your point, but then let's go ahead. We just insert it step by step. So now we are having 6 ways. Let me see the way I've racked it. Can everybody see it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can be 7, it can be 6. Yes, Mama, I want to learn. Okay, yes, just watch me as I do it. Look at the way I section it. I'm showing you how you can section it. And this extension is going on 1 as a knotless braid. So now let's go ahead and do it. Now, this is the hair. When you say knotless braid you need to know how to braid before you do knotless braid. But if you want to go straight and learn knotless braid, you're learning knotless braid. If you have not followed the account, please go ahead and follow. If you have not subscribed, my dear, please subscribe to my account, my darling YouTubers. Everyone subscribe and follow. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you. So now we are going to start doing this knotless braid. Look at the extension. I hope I'm well positioned. So now I hope everybody is seeing my hand. This is it. You now go ahead and split this hair into 3. For me, I used to advise learners to not learn with products. But if you are the type that want to add products to it, you can go ahead and do it at this point before you start braiding. But then it's good for you to learn without the product. Then when you know how to do it, when you add product, it will give you that extra beautiful look. Yes. So anytime you didn't see a product, at the end of the day, you can be able to do the hair as well. So split this hair into 3 equal parts. When you split it into 3 equal parts, then you start braiding down. Maybe I have to sit down on this so that you people can watch me. Let me sit down. If I even sit down, how do I take my extension? Let me go ahead and see if it's better for me to sit down so that I can watch my hand closely. So now you're going to split this hair into 3. When you split this hair into 3 parts, start braiding this hair down. Do the first braiding. This one is butterfly knotless braid. So when you braid it down, take the first strand. Yes, that's better. That's better. Yes. Take the first strand. When you take the first strand, look at it. Look at the way my hand is. Take it like this. Then you place it like this. Do it this way. Can you see it? There's a video that I see. You see it more on the video. Place it and do your extension this way. Come where your thumb and index finger is. Place that hair there like this. Then you braid the first one. Braid the first hair. Then you pick up the next hair. Look at the next hair. Go right where your hair is in the middle. Put your hand like this. Put your index finger like this. Then you use the other hand, thumb, to separate it. When you do the next one like that, go ahead and place it in between your thumb and index finger on your left hand. Do the next braid. Yeah, now the next one you're going to do is take the third one. You go ahead and do this. The same thing. Look at the way I'm doing it. Put it here. Put it right here. Look at it. Put it on your index finger. Take your thumb now. Place it there and separate it like this. When you separate it like that, place it right there again. Then you do the third one. So when you're doing this third one, it's not like this. I'm going to stand up for this one now so that I can show you guys. So when you're doing this third one, you go ahead and now bring your braids to this point. You're flipping your hands at this point. Look at it. So when you flip your hands at this point, the next braid that you're going to bring in, take the fourth one, come in the middle like this. Look at the braid. Look at it. Take it like this in the middle. Place it right here. Look at it. Open it this way. Can you see it? When you open it this way, you go like this. When you insert that hair, it's going to be seamless. You're not even going to see it. Take the next one, place it this way. Can you see it? Then you braid it a bit. Bring this other one in. Take the last one, do this and put it this way. So I'm using 2 methods on this. You know, the first one, the way I did my hand like this is the first method, and this one is the second method. So I'm going to separate it on the video. Raise this one up. Okay, raise the head. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, I should raise the head. 1 minute. I'm going to do that now. Raise it a little bit. Where is the head now? Okay. Is it better now? I think it's better now. Let me place it. Yeah. So now we are going to, sorry about that. We just had to stop a bit because I have to raise this hair up. Then you now go ahead and start braiding the hair. So make sure that when you're braiding this hair still, let your extension cover the natural hair. You go ahead and let your extension cover the natural hair. It's my positioning. Let me make sure I'm positioned very well. You go ahead and start braiding your hair. I don't want to see the natural hair on top of my braid so that my braid will look very neat. So if you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. If you're not subscribed to the account or if you're not following the account, go ahead and do that, because at the end of the day, you're going to get notification when I'm live. The more you practice, the better you become when you're doing hair. So let's go ahead and finish this braid. I'm going to show you. Let me borrow some hair here. When you find out that the hair is a bit bulky on one side because we're attaching it, you're going to borrow some hair and finish up your braid. So let me go ahead and finish it. I'm going to show you the result of it. Oh my god, this one wants me to. Okay, already done it already for me. So now let me finish this braid, then I'll show you. Then I'll do you another method. Then when I'll send the video for the third method, I'm going to show you the 3 different methods. I'm going to separate this method. Let it be 3 different methods I'll be showing you online, so that anyone that you think is easy for you, go ahead and do that method. Let me show you this one. So now look at it. This is what, look at the difference. This is boss braid. This is knotless braid. We started with your hair, you start adding up extension. Look at how seamless it is underneath. Can you see it? But this one, when you take it, it's not as if it's not beautiful. You go down because you have this knot here. When you're looking onto the knotless braid, you don't have knot underneath. Can you see the difference? Yes. So that is the difference. Can you see the difference? This one is the boss braid. It has knots here. That's the difference. The boss knotless braid is just like this, starting with your natural hair, adding up hair, and it makes it more seamless. Then when you're putting it up, you're not going to, it's painless as well. When you're taking it up, it's painless because you started with your natural hair. So now we are going to do the next method. This is one method for it. I'm going to do another method. Then by maybe tomorrow, very soon, I'm going to separate it to 3 methods. So we're going to be doing 9 good methods online before we finish our braiding. This one now is, after this is the 7th one. Let's do the 8th one. I'm going to group this method into 9. By the time we start watching me for me installing this hair in 9 places, you will get one of it by fire, by force. So now let's go ahead. We are going to comb out this one. This next method, I'm still going to outline the hair. We're going to use the same size. For those of us that are just joining now, you're welcome to this live. So now let's go ahead. This is the size I'm going to be using for my knotless braid. And we're doing another method. This method is grouped in 2 methods. I use 2 methods to achieve this one. So now I have all the videos in case you want to do it. Full comprehensive video, about 4 minutes, 3 minutes, that you can watch. The titles are there. Go ahead when you want to do your hair onto the video and do it. I'm going to separate tomorrow. I'm going to send 2 different videos. I've sent in 2 already. 2 that I'm going to send is that I'm separating this number 1 we did. I'll separate the methods so that there can be 1 of each method. So any of the 3 methods that is okay for you, go ahead and watch it and start using them. So now when we are sectioning, this is the size of the braid I'm going to use for our knotless. This is a medium for me. Yes. So at the end of the day, you're not going to keep going on, ma. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Where is this thing? Where is my clapping of hands here? I used to clap. Now where have it gone? Enhancement, effect. Not that effect. Okay, not that one. Enhancement. I want to clap now. That's enhancement, right? No, not that one. What's going on with this thing? Sorry. Okay, sound effects. Clapping of hands. Cheers. Thank you. Yes. I want it out. That cheers. Thank you so much. So now this is the size we are going to be working with. Now let me take a little bit out from it. Tiny bit of out. I don't want it too much big. It depends on you. If you want if you want more of the sizes, it's up to you. Add more sizes to it. If you want it less, make it less. It's up to you. But I'm just showing you the method of how you can install it. So now you're going to split this hair. We're going to split this hair. This is the first one. We're splitting 1. That is the second one. That is 2. This is how you're going to outline your hair. If you have somebody giving it to you, absolutely fine. But another problem with somebody giving it to you is that would they know the sizes? Except you have to control the sizes. When you're taking it and adding it up as a braider, you find out that, oh, this thing is exceeding the medium. You don't collect another extension. But apart from that, if you're the one doing it, outline your extensions by yourself. Apply it on a rack. You get a rack, or using this chair handle of a chair like this is okay. It's absolutely okay. So now we are going to go straight ahead now to start. Let me put this one here. We are going to start. Look at the way I have outlined it. Before you start your knotless braid, if you know you have somebody that will be helping you to take this hair with these sizes, it's okay. But if you don't have, put it on a rack and section this on a chair like this, or anything that you can section it with, then before you start. So now let's go ahead and start this method. I've done the first method, which is this one. We use two methods to install this. The one I did my hands like this, about 3, then we now change the hand and start installing it, right? Then this one now, let's do it. If you know how to do, most people use this method. There's a student that saw me online, like he said, oh, in America, this is what they are using mostly to do it, to do the hair, that I should do this method. I said, which method? She now sent me a video. I watched the video. I said, okay, is that what she meant? So I'm going to show you. If this one is okay for you, you go ahead and use it. Then I'm going to separate them in a way that it's easy for us to just start using. So now let's go ahead. We've combed the hair already. Let me see. If not, let's go ahead and comb it, because we don't want to see a knot. Always make sure you comb your hair before you start any braid. Very, very important. Very, very important. So that you not lose your hair. So now, knotless braid, you start the hair with your natural hair. But then if you find out that the client's hair is very thin, please take a small strand of extension to start that hair before you start adding up. It will help. But if you know that the hair, you have the hair that is really full and okay, please go ahead and do this. Sometimes when you come to the front of the hair and the back of the hair and it's not long, start with a strand of extension that is a bit tiny. Then you start adding it up. It's okay for you to not, for the hair not to pull. So now we section this hair into 3. As a normal braid, section it into 3 parts, then you start braiding. So now, when you start braiding the hair, just braid it down this way. The next step we're going to do, instead of placing this one like this, you're going to be doing it on top. If you know how to do banana cornrow, look at where I'm placing it. You take it on top like this. You put it on top. Then you take the next one. You take the next one in the middle. When you take the next one, you place it on top. You see what I'm doing? You place it on top. You start adding the hair up. You take the next one. Most people will ask me now, how many strands do you think I can put? It's up to you. I've told you that before you start, section the hair. Love this. Okay, she loved that method. Oh, that's fine. Before you start, most people love the other method. Some people love this method. So that is the reason why I'm going to section this hair into 3 methods. I'm going to tomorrow, when I'm doing hair, I'm going to send the video of that next one. Then we'll now know that we have 3 methods we are going to be using online. Whichever one is suitable for you to try, go ahead and try it. Then this last one, we're going to put up this last one. You're placing it on top like this. You see how? When you place it on top, then you now gradually split your hand, turn your hand, flip your hands. Then you start braiding up. This one is another method you use for. I'm going to show you the 2 different types. Whichever one is your choice, you can now go ahead and start using it. But I'm going to make it up to 3 tomorrow. We're going to be showing you 3 methods. Thank you, man. You're welcome. I'm going to be showing you 3 good methods that you can use with this knotless braid. So when you're doing it, if you like the first method, use it. If you like the second method, use it. If you like the third method, use it. So online now, I'll be teaching 9 different ways you can install our extension. 3 from the rubber band method, which is more friendly beginners. Then 3 from the natural and traditional method. Then we'll do 3 from the knotless braid method. 9. Before you finish practicing all this 9, my dear, you're going to be a pro. A professional in doing hair before you know it. So if you have not followed my account, please follow my account. If you have not followed me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook. If you have not followed me on YouTube, my YouTube handle is GraceLawendhair. On YouTube, if you have not followed me on TikTok, my TikTok is GraceLawendhair tutorial. Follow me on all my platforms, because sometimes I might decide to come out in one of the platforms. Then my Facebook is GraceLawendhair tutorial and lifestyle. So it will give you that notification. Let me show you. Look at the second method I did. I'll bring it closer to the camera. This is the second method I've shown you now. This is the first method we did. Yeah? Then this is the second method we did now. And this is the first method we did. So it's up to you. The difference is that when you see the roots of the hair, we started with our normal hair. It's going to make it off the camera. Can you see it now? This is the second method. I need to go, man. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. So tomorrow, if it's okay for you to do 12 p.m., I'll be here 12 p.m. UK time. This is it. So these two methods are the knotless braid. Can you see the difference? This is our normal braids, and this is the knotless braid. So it's up to you to choose. Normal braid is okay. If you want that hair to be full from the root, this is the type you do. If you just want it to be seamless and you just need it, you go ahead and do. So from these two methods, which one do you prefer? I'm going to ask, please put it on the comment section. From this knotless braid with the two methods, which one do you think you're going to prefer? Because I'm going to bring out one other method, because this one is grouped in two. We're going to split it up and start doing two. Which of the method do you think you prefer? This other one you place on top, or these other ones? Which one? The second one. This second one. Most people prefer the first one. Most people prefer the second one. You know, when you're using the second one, you're not going to be seeing the hair where you join it. But when you use the first one, you see the hair. The third one. Okay, fine. I'm going to make sure I split this hair into three. Then tomorrow we are going to see it in three forms. So now that we have finished all the 8 methods today, tomorrow is going to be 9. I'm going to make sure it's 9. Do we have any questions from the beginning? Please go ahead. Chloe, which of the methods do you want me to do? Is it number 2? Number 2. Okay, hashtag number 2. Is it from this one? From the rubber band method, this number 2. The number 2 is the rubber band method. Chloe want me to repeat this method. I'm going to do that. Is there any other question from TikTok? Let me know. Any question from Facebook? Let me know. Please repeat number 4. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 is the one that you wrap around, right? Then we are repeating number 2, rubber band method. We're repeating number 4, which is the one we wrap around. That is just it. Okay, let's go ahead and repeat those two. Then tomorrow by 12 p.m. we'll continue our lesson. I'm going to do number 2 and number 4. For those of us that are joining, let's keep tapping and sharing. We just have only 2 to repeat. Then we'll call it a day for the class. Then tomorrow we'll continue. Please go ahead and start practicing. If you have not bought your mannequin training hair, please go ahead and buy it. Follow the account, support the account as much as you can. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you, Soma. Thank you, Josie. Number 2, you want me to repeat? Number 2 is absolutely okay. That number 2, you can use it to do your daughter's hair straight away with the rubber band method. Then I'll do number 4. Thank you. You're welcome. So let's split this hair now. Then I'll do the number 2. Then we'll go ahead and do the number 4. Number 4 is one of the methods from the natural and traditional method. Repeat the beginner's friendly one. Okay, that's the beginner friendly one. I'm doing only one method from here because YouTube requests number 2. We're going to do number 2, then we'll do number 4. Then tomorrow we are back to the class by 12 p.m. UK time. So let's go ahead. So number 2, watch me as I do this, because if you want to do your kids' hair, definitely going to use this as a beginner to do this number 2. You chose the right number, because this number, I will permit you to use this number 2 to start doing your children's hair. Rubber band method, no pain, nothing. You start braiding. So you go ahead and comb this hair. Any of the hair, whether it's a black hair, whether it's any of the hair, you can use the hair to do it. Any of the hair, whether slippery, whether hard, you can use this hair to do it. So now, when you comb this hair out, go ahead and section this hair into 2. Go ahead and section the hair into 2. Can everybody see it? When you section it into 2, we go ahead and get our extension. So now, let's choose from the extension. It depends on to you. If you want your extension to be bulky like this, choose any of the extension you need, any size of the extension you want to do. Is absolutely okay. But then, because we're using a medium extension, we want all our braids to be uniform, we're going to be using the same size I'm using. I'm not going to increase it. It's up to you. Whichever size you want to use, is make sure that when you choose one size of extension like this, use that size to finish all your braids. Don't use one micro, don't use one mini. No, let the extensions be the same size, the way you're seeing it. Then go ahead and split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on it. Always split your extension like this, any braids you want to do. Let me push this backward a bit. Always split your extension this way. When you split it this way, take this one that is bigger when you're doing it. Any size you're picked, make sure you split it into ratio 2:1. If it's jumbo, split it into ratio 2:1. If it's medium, split it into ratio 2:1. Why am I brilliant until it comes to doing hair and I have comprehensive goals? My dear, Everybody has their own talent. When it comes to anything computer, I have to let somebody teach me and all those things. When it comes to hair, I just do my thing. So when you have your talent, please appreciate it. So when you don't know it, just let somebody teach you and let them teach me how to operate all these things online. So take all these ones and keep it right there. Take the smaller part of it. Make sure you equate it to the same length. When you equate it to the same length, go right to the hair you have splitted into to put it in the middle. When you put that in the middle, go ahead and grab your rubber band. You can decide to use any of the rubber band you want. This rubber band, I decide to choose black. It can go on any color. If you think your hair is gold and you want to buy gold rubber band, is okay. If you want to use red, any extension you're using, you want the rubber band to match with it, it's fine. So, but nobody will see the rubber band. So normally you're supposed to use one of the rubber bands, the tiny, look at how small the rubber band. Don't go and buy a big rubber band. It's tiny rubber band like this, small, tiny rubber band. They sell it in the shop. Normally, you're supposed to use one. If one will be snapping, please double it. Me, when I'm doing it now, one will just snap. I don't want it to snap. So that is why I double it all the time. So when I double it, you go ahead and place this hair like this, cover it. Simple. Even anybody can use this method to braid on their children. Please, this is the permission I gave to you. This number 2 is an exception. If you're just a learner, you can use this method on your kids. But if you're doing natural and traditional method, don't use that other method because this one is painless. You just go ahead and secure the hair with your rubber band. If the hair is more bulky, the rubber band will go very fast. It will secure more faster, but this hair is tiny. That's why we're going this rubber band very round. But if the hair is more bigger than this, maybe you can go about 3 or 4 times. Rubber band is all exhausted. So now, because now I'll put it to that point. So when you get to this point, all the rubber band is exhausted. Now take this one, split it into 2 like this. Move it on both sides. When you move it on both sides, release this one. By this time, you've already secured this hair. Already secured from the roots, but don't make it too tight. Secured. Then you now go ahead, grab the other one that is 2 times bigger. Can you see it? When you grab it, go ahead and hold this hair with your left hand. Let me put the mannequin hair to this side so that we can all see it. Hold it with your left hand. This is my left hand. Hold it with your left hand. When you hold it with your left hand, take this other extension that is 2 times bigger. Place it right there. Secure it with your thumb and your index finger. When you're doing this method at first, the hair tends to be on the middle, the natural hair. By the time you start braiding, you can be able to split this natural hair to the other hair. So let's go ahead and braid this hair. From this right hand, take it and bring it into the left. If you're left-handed, use left hand. So you now grab this hair, hold this one, hold it to the right, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Take this one on your left, bring it into the right. Now, go ahead and start braiding this hair. Can you see the difference? Now, even as a beginner, if you don't know how to braid, you can do this method. So just make sure if you don't know how to split this natural hair at this point, you think it's going to unravel, please take the extensions and cover this and start braiding this hair. But if you're confident of yourself that if you split the natural hair, it's not going to split, I'm back. Hi, Auntie. I will get tapping. Thank you so much. God bless you, Stacy. God bless you, my love. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for supporting. So now you now go ahead and start braiding this hair. Can you see? Who say you cannot braid this hair to your children? Everybody can do it. Go ahead and get your extension, get your rubber band, do the rubber band method and start braiding hair immediately. Very, very simple. And it doesn't hurt. The child will sit down confidently until you finish this hair. They will sit down quietly until you finish this hair. But if you're using the natural and traditional method, most of them will cry. Please go ahead and buy a mannequin training hair to start using the natural and traditional method, which is the one you secure from the roots. But this one, they will not. You're so sweet. Thank you so much, my lord. That was way easier. Haha. Yes, it's very easy. I subscribed. So thank you so much, Josie. Thank you so much. God bless you. Just subscribe, Rosia. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed my YouTube, please subscribe my YouTube and let me grow. Thank you. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. So now, see how easy this method is. I'm a little gas leak into confidence low day. I cannot. Where is a good place to buy an Afro hair doll? Please, TikTok said there's hair on TikTok. So you're typing it from the TikTok shop. Please go ahead, type on that TikTok shop. Then you can go ahead and get your mannequin training head. So do it again. I missed it out. Okay, let's do this other one for the TikTok people. Look at it. Now it's braided, rubber band method, very nice and secure. Please go ahead and use this method and start braiding hair for your children. Anyone can use it. Anybody can use it on this hair. It's simple, painless. So now let's go ahead and do the other method. Repeat the natural method. Now I'm going to repeat the natural method. This one, let's go ahead and repeat this one. Let's repeat number 4. Somebody just asked repeat number 4, and somebody want me to repeat what's her name again? Do repeat I do it again. I miss it. Okay, just Lenny Medina. Okay, let me finish this one for the other one. They will now split hair and repeat this rubber band method. That rubber band method number 2 is very, very friendly. Very, very friendly to do hair. If you have not started doing hair, go ahead and use that method. You'll be able to do the hair. Let me go. You see, even the mannequin is tangled. So make sure you see if you have hair and you think the hair is a coily one, because most people are here, they have hair that are coily. Please, before you detangle the hair of your kids, take this one. This is what I use. I use this Garnier Ultimate Blend. That is what I use. I just put a little bit in the water, shake it. You see how this water looks? Sprinkle it on your hair. If you have a natural hair, if you have those coily hair, you see how the hair is going to detangle. Look at it. Look at those products. Garnier products. I use it for my boys. This is the hair I use to detangle their hair. Very, very good product. Look at it. You just put a little bit in the water. If you're doing the hair, detangle it. Don't make these children cry too much for hair, please. So now you put a little bit and shake it, spray it. But if you just want to use it as a whole, you just go ahead and press it. It's a leave-in conditioner. You put it on the hair. Look at it. They come in different scents, but I prefer this one. I prefer the creamy, nourishing conditioner. Look at it. I prefer this one. So now, that is, by the way, I just want to tell you that how to manage the coily hair. So we just go and do what we are going to do at this point. So now we are going to take the extension. I'm going to repeat the other rubber band method last. Then we'll call it a day. Then tomorrow, we'll finish by 7. Let's do things. When we'll finish by 7, then tomorrow we are going to come straight by 12 p.m. UK time to continue. Then on Saturday, you meet me online here by 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. I'm going to do 5 p.m. So now this is the extension we are going to be using. When you're doing this method, this number 4 method that I want me to repeat is one of the natural and traditional method. The one you wrap around. They are still simple method. The simple method to use. So now let's go ahead. Let's split our extension to ratio 2:1. When you split this extension into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Let me move this video here. It's 2 times the one you have on your left hand. Go ahead and take this one that is smaller, cross it to the bigger part. This is the reason why we say ratio 2:1. When you now outline this extension, look at it. The 3 strands are now the same thing. When you join the 2 smaller ones together, it will not equate this other bigger one. That is the reason why. So when you're doing your braid, it will not make your braid look more even. You see my braids, how even my braid is. This is one of the secrets. So you have to go and make sure that your braids are always ratio 2:1. Split it this way. So now let's go ahead with this method I'm going to do now. This is second number 4 method that we are using on the natural and traditional method. What are we going to do? Hold on to this hair. Simple way. I'm showing you simple method of how you can get into braiding. Look at the way I'm holding this hair. I'm holding it this way. When I cross it, I'll just hold this part. When I hold that part, I'll go ahead and use my left hand to hold this hair. Place this one on top of this with your thumb and index finger holding it. The next step you're going to do, you're going to take this one, wrap it round. This is the first wrapping out. 1 and 2. If you know that the hair is more bigger and you think number 2 is not secured enough, you can go 1 more if you know that you're doing jumbo size. But if you do 2 is enough. Place that one on top of your hand like this. Separate this hair. Split this hair into this. And now you start braiding. You see how simple this method is? Start braiding the hair. You see how this method is so simple? Because we call this method natural and traditional method. You can now go ahead and split this natural hair. Take this natural hair and section it and give it a little bit to this one. You see the reason why, as a beginner, I don't want you to start splitting the rubber band method, but if you're confident, split it. But always make sure that your natural extensions are covering the natural hair. Go ahead and start braiding. This method is a method from number 4, which is the natural and traditional method of how you can secure the extension. I splitted all the hair into 3, then you start braiding your hair. You see how beautiful it is. Thank you, because I've been practicing this in the first time in seeing your channel. Thank you in advance. Thank you so much. Blessing on blessing. God bless you. You're going to get it straight away. The techniques are very simple to get into. If you try it even now, while I'm doing it, you're going to get it straight away. It doesn't take time. Oh, thank you so much. Is it Pep Smith? Pep Smith, you're welcome. Thank you so much. You see how secure this hair is and how beautiful. Normally, I don't finish the tips of the braid. What I'm going to do when we come on Saturday, if I install all the hair and we have time, I'm going to show you how to finish the tips of the hair, how to finish the tips of the braid. I will do 5 different methods of how we can finish the tips of our hair. Either you want it straight, either you want it with coiling bending rollers. Yoli, I saw your life on the short thanks. Oh, thank you so much, my love. Thank you, and God bless you. So that is what we do. We do methods of how you can just get into braiding. There's no point wasting time. Do your kids' hair. Let them look neat when they're going to school. If you don't want them to put out their hair on their own, please go ahead and use all this method. Start braiding their hair for them. So look at this. Can you see it? The second method, this 4th method of natural and traditional method. Look at how beautiful it is. Wear signal. Thank you, Mini Pretty. God bless you. God bless you. So now, before we end our class today, we have more 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 rubber band method again because there's a request from the YouTube. I'm so happy. YouTube, thank you so much. Normally, nobody's talking to me. Now I'm happy. It's only Facebook that is remaining. I've not seen any chat. I want people to be chatting me up and tell me, do this. Then we'll have more time to be able to interact and learn these things together. So Facebook, pick up, please. Let somebody come up and type and ask me a question. I'll answer them. So now let's go ahead. I need this because I'm a beginner. Thank you. Yes, you're going to get it. Let me go ahead and do this rubber band method, first one. So when we do it, in 10 minutes time, we're going to call the class again. Just subscribe to the channel. I come Monday to Friday. We do 12 p.m. Mondays, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. UK time and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. UK time. So when you subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button. It's going to tell you when I'm live. Then we'll go straight ahead and start doing this. So let me section this hair in a way that we're going to start doing the rubber band method. Let me show you one more time. Then we'll call it a day, a good night for today. Then tomorrow we're back by 12 p.m. I'm going to be here by 12 p.m. Then on Saturday, I'm going to be here by 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, yes. So, now let's go ahead. By the time you come on Saturday, please, if you know you've not purchased for your mannequin, you want to learn, go ahead and purchase your mannequin. If you know you want to practice the rubber band method on your children, do it. Show me what you have done to encourage others that you can do all those things. So now let's go ahead and section this hair. This one is a bit too big. Let's remove a little bit from it. I don't want it too much. So on Saturday, if we finish all the installation, I'm going to show you 5 different ways to end this braid. So I'm going to end up this tip of this braid. Then show you the way you can end up your braid while you're doing it so that you won't find it very difficult. If you want it straight, fine. If you want it coily, I'm going to show you different methods. How do we know the quantity of the natural hair to section? Yes, it's up to you. As a beginner, if you want me to tell you as a beginner, please, when you're sectioning the hair, section the hair to 35 or 30 to 35. Section all the hair down. Then you start braiding the hair. Then the more you get into braiding, then you start adding up. Like this one I taught online. There's a video on this. We have full comprehensive video of a beginner of how you can learn how to section hair. This is the hair I use. I've not even taken it off. Let me show you what I mean by that. So when you have it like this, you section all the hair down. Look at it. This ones have been sectioned down. I have a video showing you everything from the beginning, how to section hair. So as a beginner, first of all, section your hair into 35 or 30. Before, then you now section your extensions. Then you start braiding. When you do 35 the first time and you're okay, capable to finish it, like maybe it takes you like 5 to 6 or 7 hours, then you now have confidence. Then the next one, if you want to add up to the hair to be 60, 65, then you can do that. But at first, if you start sectioning little by little, my dear, as a beginner, you're going to get tired at one time. You're not going to finish it. Take the portion like 30 or 35 that you're going to finish. Start with that as a beginner. When you finish those braids, whichever method you're going to use that method, finish it up. Then gradually, the next hair you're going to do, you add up 10 up to it. Gradually, before you know it, you can even braid up to 150 braiding in less than 7 hours. That is how it works. So practice, they say, makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you become. Let me do this one rubber band method. Let's do it on this front, this side. Let's pick up this side, then we'll take it from here. I have a comprehensive video how you can section your hair. Go to the videos, you see the titles there, you watch them. How you can section the hair before you start your braid. Simple way to section your hair before you start your braid. This one is the last practice we're going to do today. Then tomorrow, if you have not followed the account, thank you so much, everyone. Let's continue to tap on TikTok. We don't want to get restricted by not tapping. Please go ahead. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Thank you so much on Facebook and YouTube, and thank you everyone for supporting this live. So when you're doing this method, this is a rubber band method. I'm repeating it because somebody said, let's repeat it. Let's repeat it for the sake. This is an exemption I'm giving you. Exemption is that if you're a beginner, please, other methods, don't do it on your child because it's going to be holding up their scalp. But this one is okay because you can easily do this method on them because you're holding it with rubber band, which is painless, because when you secure it with rubber band, they won't feel any pain. Then you start braiding. Thank you for this advice. I did my friend's hair and she loved it, but I want the braids to be more dense like this. But I know my ability isn't there yet. Thank you for the encouragement. Yes, you're going to do it. Elka, yes, you're going to do it. Follow the techniques. Before you know it, your braid is going to look superb. And make sure that when you're sectioning your braid extension, section it into ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand before you cross it. It's going to help you a lot. Very great teaching. Saya, thank you so much, and God bless you for that. Thank you. So now let's go ahead and do this method. When we do this method is really applicable to any type of hair. Whether your hair is the slippery type, whether it's the matte type, you can go ahead and use this method. It's not just for beginners. It will help you as a beginner to get into braiding. But at the point when you find out that this child is crying too much for hair, when you're holding their hair, please use this rubber band method. Don't waste your time. So split this hair into 2. When you section this hair, comb it, split it into 2 equal parts like this. When you split it into 2 equal parts, wait, let me get the extensions. Then you go ahead and get your extension. There's an extension on the floor. Let's take this one. You just go ahead and grab your extension. Look at the bundle of extension. What's the ratio of the extension on? For every hair, it's ratio 2:1. For every hair you're going to take on braiding, it's ratio 2:1. If you're doing twists, you have to half it into 2. Braids, I don't want to talk about twists now because we are not into twists. I teach all that. If you want to join my classes, you can just DM me and tell me that you want to join classes. But at this point, when you're doing braid, let it be ratio 2:1. Let me explain. Even if you're having a very, very big jumbo extension or you're having a medium extension, section that hair. Ratio 2:1 mean that when you have the hair, split it up to 3. 2 parts, 2 sides. This one will have 2 and this with 1. Yes, every extension that you're using braid on, even if you're not, you just do it this way, cross it. The reason is that when you cross the smaller part, it's going to give you, make the smaller part together and you add this up. Look at this extension I'm having. They are all equal now. So when you're doing your braid like this, it's going to make your braid look more even. Look at this. It's as if it's zip. You know, when you're zipping something, everything is equal because the braid is equal. But if I make this plait too small, you see that your braid is going to be uneven. We don't want your braid to be uneven. First thing first, make sure that your extensions are like this. The one you have on your right hand this way, when you split it into 2, the right one should be 2 times the left one. When you share it into 2, look at it. Then when you take this one and cross into this, if you're doing the normal natural method, that is how. But at this point, we are doing the rubber band method. We're not going to cross it, but take the smaller part of it, place this other bigger part, put it on somewhere. Take the smaller parts, make sure that you put them in the middle. Look at it. Section it to the same length so that you can have a good finishing end as a beginner. Then you go ahead and open this. Place this hair in the middle this way. When you place it that way, go ahead and grab your rubber band. This is the rubber band. Can everybody see the? Let's keep tapping on TikTok, please. We're almost finished. Go ahead and tap, tap, tap. Don't let us get restricted, please. Go ahead and support this live as much as you can. Thank you. Put your hands on the glass and start tapping. Thank you so much. Tap, tap, tap. Thank you and God bless you. Normally, this is the rubber band, very tiny. They come in a pack like this. Don't worry, you can buy a lot of it when you're buying this rubber band. It's a lot, about 1,000 or 2,000 in the pack. It's a lot for you. So now, normally you're supposed to use one rubber band. If it doesn't snap, go ahead and try one. But for me, I don't want it to snap. I used to double it here. If you want to follow my method of doubling, go ahead and do that. It's not a problem. Then you take this hair, put it together. When you put it together, go ahead and secure it. Can you see the way I'm securing it? You put that hair in the middle of the hair, you split it into two. You secure it. Exhaust this rubber band. Go around and exhaust it. You see, at this point, your child will just be sitting down watching computer, watching something. They will not even feel that you touch their hair because it's painless. This method is painless. You can easily braid their hair easily with this method. So when you do this, the rubber band is not going to break their hair. All you have to do when you're taking this hair off, when you get to the part of the rubber band, don't pull this rubber band towards your hair. Don't pull this rubber band towards your hair. No. When you're taking the hair off, go right where the rubber band is, snap it and just remove it. Your hair is going to grow. You see the underground growing, secured and nice. It doesn't break hair. So now the next step you're going to do, at this point, look at this hair is already secured. Secured, painless, secured. Then the next step you're going to do, take this extension that is 2 times bigger than this one you inserted. Do it this way. Then you now position the hair. If your child is sitting down, make sure you're well positioned. Then you go on with your left hand. Now, what I'm going to do next is that open this hair. When you open this hair, slip head into 2, pull it on both sides. More secure, not too tight, please. Look at it. I just did it once and that is it. So that when you see the hair, it's secure to the rope. Because the more you tie this hair to the pull this hair, it's going to be too tight. We don't want it to be too tight for the child. So now the next step you're going to do, let me position this hair very well. Can you see it? Simple. If you're a beginner today, try this method. If you will not braid this hair, you don't know. Now you see, you are going to do that. We lose their subscription benefits soon. So now you're going to take this one. When you take this one, position it in the middle, place it right here in the middle. When you place it, hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Thumb and index finger. When you're doing this rubber band method, the natural hair tends to be in the middle. Don't worry. As a beginner, you are going to take this one. Take this strand. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left strand. Because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start with my left hand. Take this one from the right, bring it into the left. When you bring it into the left, take this one, put it on both sides. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it on your right hand. You've started braiding this hair already. You see how simple it is to braid. So at this point, if I tell you now as a beginner to start splitting this hair up at this point, the hair will unravel. I don't want it to unravel. So what you're going to do for me, take the extension and cover the natural hair nicely and start braiding. But when you get to that point and you're confident enough, at this point, split your natural hair into other hair. But at this point, if you're not confident enough, go ahead and start braiding your hair. Go ahead and start using your extension to cover this hair and braid it. But if you're confident enough, you can go ahead and split this hair. Yes. So, wow, makes it look easy. Yes, so, and it's very easy. It looks easy and it's very easy. This method is absolutely very, very easy. So go ahead and start doing this method. For any type of hair for your children, before you know it, they start braiding their hair. This is an exemption. There are other methods I've taught here. We've done about 8 good methods today to install a braid. But this one is very, very friendly method to the beginners and as well friendly method to the children. They won't cry at all for this hair. They will be happy while you're doing their hair. They are watching their Peppa Pig and watching anything they're watching on the internet. Before you know it, you're finished their hair already because they are not feeling any pain. You're not pulling their hair. Then if you want to learn how to do the other method, go ahead and buy a mannequin training hair. It's going to help you to be able to practice other methods so that you won't be pulling anybody's hair in the process of learning. Can you see it? Look at it. Secured nice. So with this one, it's going to bring us, I'm going to just send an invitation for us. Let's put this like to 20K like. Then we'll start calling this live. Let me go ahead. Mrs. Grace, thanks them. YouTube is over. Yes, YouTube, I love you. YouTube! They all came out today for me. Thank you, YouTube. I love you all. Thank you, Facebook. I love you all. TikTok. Thank you, everyone. I love you all for coming out tonight. I'm so really proud of you all. See, YouTube, oh, everybody just came out for Grace tonight. Bam. And they're really asking questions. I really appreciate it. That is what I want. You see, I've gone an extra mile because when the communication is there on the YouTube, it's coming out. Yes, you got YouTube. Yeah, thank you so much. I got it today. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. I really appreciate it, and I'm proud of you. Can I dance? Thank you, my YouTube, and thank you, my TikTok, and thank you for Facebook. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all. Everybody is laughing, and this is it. Please go ahead and try this method I've shown you tonight. It's going to help. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So at the end of the day, I'm going to show you different methods of how you can end this hair. If you have a child and you want to put the beads on their hair, make sure you finish on the tip of the hair, put the beads. I'll show you different method on Saturday of how to end the tips of the hair so that you can be able to learn. By the time we finish this one up, it's going to be, now we're going to do it another section. For on Saturday, be prepared 5 different ways to end the tip of the hair. We're going to come here and we'll learn it together. Thank you, and God bless you. This will be the end of our lesson today. If you have anything to say, let me go ahead and invite few people from TikTok, because I can send invitation, 1 or 2. If you can accept this, go ahead and come out and say something. If you have learned something tonight and you're happy with all this method, Brazil, I want people to start telling me that they've started doing their knotless braid. They've learned how to do different methods. I'll be so glad to hear this. If you have any contribution, please put it on beautiful work. Tolly Magna, thank you so much. Saya Yo, thank you. Juliet Macaulay, thank you so much. If I didn't pronounce that name very well, please, sorry. I need to go to the school to pronounce name. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it from my heart. Thank you. So let's go ahead. Thank you. You're doing a lot to help us. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now let's go ahead. Mini Pretty, my love, you have something to tell us. Let me expand my view so that we can be able to see this very well.
Thank you.
Let's expand. Okay, now let's start with Mini Pretty. Mini Pretty, do you have anything to say? Go ahead.
Yes, I have something to say. I've been watching you for over some time now, and I really appreciate the work you do. I've been following you. I love braiding, so I'm trying to learn a lot. I've been seeing your work. You're doing a great work, and I encourage everyone who wants to learn braiding. Presently, I have 3 girls. I'm the one doing their hair, and I'm based now in US. It's so expensive here, so I encourage everyone to pick up the tips. I've joined this your live a couple of times. I've learned a lot of tips, and I'm trying it on your daughter's hands. So I'm also about to receive my dummy head, the mannequin.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll be following you up on TikTok, Facebook, and on YouTube as well.
Thank you so much, Mimi Pretty. God bless you for your support. And I know very soon you start showing me when you get your mannequin training head. When we are doing practical classes like this, I want to see what you have done so that I'll know that you're graduated by taking clients. You know you can make money out of it. This is money. When you start with your children hair, very soon you start taking clients. You know how much it costs to do braid. Is a lot. When you learn it for yourself, I'm telling you, absolutely pay. So if it's just the braid, learn it and learn it very well. You start making money for yourself. Part-time job, just tell them your available time, they will come and do. But show me what you are doing so far. I want to see what you're doing so far to say, okay, this is enough. You can now start taking clients. I don't want you a situation where you think you know how to do, you start taking clients. At the end of the day, they are not satisfied with it. Thank you so much. Vicky said, great job. God bless you for that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's give Mini Pretty these chairs. That is for you. So let's go to Carrie. Carrie, go ahead and talk to us, please. Okay. Carrie, do you have anything to tell us, or you just want to observe? Okay, let's move straight to Vicky. Vicky, do you have anything to say before Carrie will be ready? Mom, I have a problem with twisting from the top. Okay, please send me a DM on that. We have classes going on. If you want to go further than this, please send me a DM, then I'll take it up from that. I love your videos. Thank you so much. Yes, the video, I make it very clear for everybody to understand it. So if you have not watched the video, go ahead and watch them. It's well explained and you can understand them. Vicky Style, please, do you have anything to tell us, please?
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, ma.
It's my first time. I'm just scrolling and I saw your video and I just paused because me too, I'm an hairstylist and I love wherever they are making hair. So I just stopped by to see. I see your great job, the way you teach so clearly, so impressive. And I love it. I will always be here when I'm around to support your life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And God bless you, ma. Thank you. Let's give Vicky this. On YouTube, yes, somebody's asking if I have classes. Yes, please send me a DM. I have classes going on. Then we can go on and take it off from there. If you want to learn further than this, there's a lot to learn on hair, but I'm bringing you out the main important things you have to learn on hair. If you know how to do this, you're good to go, but you want to add extra to it, please send me a message, then we'll take it off from there. I have beginners classes, and I have intermediate classes, and I have advanced classes going on. There are different topics on it. If you want to go ahead and purchase the classes, you can go on the link. They have the stand store there. Click on it. It will take you and show you all the courses that you need to. If you know you belong to the beginner, click the beginner. If you know you stand on the intermediate, click on the intermediate. If you know you're on the advanced, go ahead and do that. But for this, we have to be coming out here to bring us up on the...
Mama, please, excuse me, Mama.
Yeah.
Do you have a link to this, your mannequin? I love the hair. It's so soft. The one I have is so strong.
Yes, I'm going to send you a link. You send me Vicky Style. Please send me a message on my bio. I will send you the link. I sent somebody the link right today, I think. I'll send you the link as well. You can go ahead and get it.
All right. Okay, Mama. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you so much, and God bless you. So now let's go ahead and Daisy, please, can you go ahead and say something? Let's give her a cheers. Thank you for that. Daisy, let's go ahead and talk to us.
Okay, good evening, Mama. This is actually my first time. I think I was scrolling on TikTok, so I saw it.
Oh my God, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, so I have been really struggling on how to braid my hair by myself. So most times I don't braid it so well, but I would really love to learn from you on how to be braiding hair so that actually I can be making money as well for me too. So I would love to learn from you. I saw how you were showing the style. Mainly looking at it, it looks so simple and easy.
And it's very simple. Most people have learned a lot. For when I'm showing you, it looks really simple. I make it very simple and really true. It's simple. When you follow the method, before you know it, now you come and tell me, get your mannequin training head. Very soon I'll start showing the mannequin training head. You can go ahead and just purchase it from there right away so that it's easier. So I will not be saying anything about mannequin as well. So I will do that very soon. So you click on the link.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, man. Keep up the good work. God bless you. You're doing great. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Daisy. God bless you too. Let's give her cheers, please. So we have Wendy. Mommy Wendy, talk to us, please.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mama. Well, I've been trying to learn how to make braids, but well, I never learned it. But for now, I'm making cornrows for just one person, and at least I know I've improved on it. And I got mannequin head, but I've never tried doing braids using adding attachments. But watching your videos makes me get motivated. This will be my second time joining your live, because most times whenever you're doing your live, because of the time difference, I am most likely on my bed. It's still very heavy here. I'm in Canada, so we are like 6 hours behind you. So that's why. So most times it's that way. So that's why. But today I was just fortunate. I just saw you on live. I had to join, and I was impressed. I have learned how to do rubber band method, and the natural method at least, because I am actually at work. So thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would also love to learn from you. Maybe when I've already improved and I've started learning, as in practicalizing it very well.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much, Wendy, and God bless you for that. You can always learn. There's a lot of people that have graduated in this class. They just see me once, they learn a lot. Since I started in August, a lot of people. Most people are showing me their works. Some people have started doing week caps. Most people have started taking clients. They show me all their jobs. Okay, you're good to go now. Start taking clients. With this, they learn everything online. So just be prepared. Get your mannequin training head. Put your mind into it. Before you know it, you start taking your clients for braids. Follow the method and follow the technique. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And God bless you for that. Let's give her cheers, please. Now let's speak to Lady Peace. Lady Peace, talk to us, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma. How are you, ma?
Fine. I'm fine, ma. This is the second one I'm seeing you.
Yeah.
I saw you the first day. It's like you live in UK, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for this school you are giving to us. For me, I have a salon.
Yeah.
So the salon I don't know how to braid. I employ people to come and be braiding for me. At times when you call them, they'll say, especially the people, they'll say, I am cooking. I am doing that. I am doing that. When they see that they don't have work, they'll say, Mama, do you have any hair to braid? I say, is it because I'm not braiding? I can do all that, but anything braiding, fishing is not my profession. My profession is music. Because I just want to open the salon. I go to school just to put people. But the way they are doing, and somebody just tell me, Mama, you have to try out to just to weave at that. No, men, especially men, they normally come to my store. Men, they know they braid hair back. Yeah. So that one is very difficult for me. I said, okay. The other day I saw you were online. I was just looking at the way you are doing it. I sent you, I was writing for you. You were calling Lady Peace. It's not you, it's you. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, ma. I have to learn the way you are teaching us right now. I have seen it. God bless you, ma. I have to learn because they are always too much. When you call them, they will be chakara, and they cannot open salon. When you open the salon, they will be jealous of you. If you call them, they will say, Mama, I want to do the braiding. I will not collect. You know, when you do braiding, you share equal. But they don't want equal. They want to just collect. They don't even know how much you use to open that big store. Yeah. So that is why I'm watching you, ma. I have to learn more about it. My profession is not hair, but it's music. But I have to learn. The way you are doing is very easy. Thank you. I really appreciate. God will bless you. More grace to you, ma.
Thank you so much for that. Before, let me give her cheers, then I will now conclude for her. Now, let me come to this 3 points now. She is a good example. See, in anything you do, if you want to invest about it, it won't work. It's not even a course. Because you need to learn something about it. You see the braid, the day your braider decide not to come to work, your shop is closed that day. So you need to go, before you put your money into something, you need to learn it very, very well before you invest on it. So in case they are not around, you'll be a backup to do that work. You just tell the person, sit down, let me do your hair. Simple. Like the way you see me now, when I open a salon, it's easy. I can get workers because I will just be watching them. In case they didn't show up, I'm telling you, the work is still going to go on that day. When I lay my hands on the people, they will know that it is. So, right, you are a good example for other people that are listening to me. If you know you have money to set up a salon and you don't know how to braid, you don't know how to do anything, you have to learn. I have classes going on. Now, if you're learning Lady Peace, you send me a bio, you just go ahead and start, even if it's a beginner start. I'll tell you where I'm going to monitor your classes, where I'm going to monitor your work. Until, because you will have a salon already, you need it very quick. So you go ahead.
Those human hair, the one you are using, I have it. The one I used to practice.
Yes.
I have it for 3.
Yes.
I have it.
So that is absolutely fine. So thank you so much for your talk and the contribution and everything. God bless you all for that. I hope everybody is listening. So now if you want me, just send me a message. If you want to join my classes are going on. But this one online, I always come online here to teach us braid. It will make the work easy for me. Hair is a lot. There's a lot of things to learn in doing hair. So just go ahead, put your mind into this, learn it. If you're really good, you learn fast and start taking up your clients as well. Yes, that is it. So now we do 9 different methods of how you can get your braidings. 3, beginners from the rubber band method, 3 from the natural and traditional method, and 3 from knotless braid. When you learn all those things, you're good to go, my dear. So thank you so much.
You know what happened today? You know what happened?
No.
Somebody said want to braid hair yesterday. This person will call her. She did not even show up. You understand?
Yeah.
But the only thing for Baba hair, I have Babas. But if you are calling them, they just make each other. Somebody call me and say, Mama, I want to braid my hair. I call the woman. She don't want to come. She just like stay home. I was for sure. You're not doing anything. You come and do the hair. She don't want to come. She just stay home. You know, so some women are very lazy. I said, okay, now I have this giant one you are using. I have it at home. I'll normally practice it at night when I have a time. You understand? I have some.
And the videos I have are there. They are really comprehensive enough. Go ahead and watch videos. When I'm not there on the live, go on my account. The videos are well explained. 3 minutes, 4 minutes video. That's method you want to do. Put on the video. The titles are all there. So you go ahead and start practicing. It will help.
Should I drop a message in any video?
No, you don't have to. You just, if you watch the video, you just like it and you just make comments. That's it. Oh, thank you. I love your method. That is it.
I have to join the group. That is what you want to.
Yeah.
Join the group.
Okay. Send me a message. But then if you want to watch the video, just click on this my picture here. That is GraceLawendhair. It's going to bring you to all my page. All the videos I have there. All the methods are there. Everything is in the videos. More than enough. You see more than enough to learn.
I really enjoy it. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you so much, and God bless you for that, for the contribution. Even your contribution have helped a lot of people now, because most people, they open up salons, they don't know how to do hair. Man, you have to learn how to do hair. If not, you will start running lost when you don't even know. When your clients are there, if you don't have anybody to do it, jump on top of it and do something for the person. So
I really love the many clients, especially boys.
Yes.
I really love them.
Wow.
That is true.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Reina Walker on YouTube. She tested. You're wonderful. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, YouTube. At least I have, when you start giving me messages like that, it makes me happy. So we'll be watching you, but they don't want to test. But today is wonderful. And I really appreciate everyone from YouTube, from TikTok, and Facebook. You're all wonderful. Thank you so much for encouraging me, supporting the life up to this point. The more you support it, you see, I'm going to be bringing out everything, showing you guys. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Do have a wonderful night. And tomorrow, we are going to be 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. UK time. So if you have that time, you see the reason why I switch, I start interchanging it morning and afternoon and evening, because most people are at work and the time difference is always a problem. I said, okay, now I've now taken it up that, okay, every 5 to 7, follow the account, you get notification when I'm live for you to learn. Thank you so much. We've done it. Then on Saturday, be prepared to learn how to end the tips. I'm going to show you 5 different methods of how you can end the tip. In case you have clients that want to do hair, in case you're doing for your daughters and you don't know how to end the tips of the braid, we'll do 5 different methods. When we finish our practical, we won't waste time, then we'll quickly do it so that you can learn. Then when we finish up all this, I'll still do it again for those that are just coming to learn. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And I'm going to try. Thank you all, guys, for the connection. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you know you have not followed the account, follow the account. Subscribe to the account. God bless you. YouTube, thank you. Thank these kids. TikTok, I love you all. Facebook, thank you. And my name remains GraceLawendhair from GraceLawendhair. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I never take anything for granted. I do my best to make sure everyone is happy. Thank you, and sharing what I know best, and with gladness. Thank you, and God bless you. So I'll see you tomorrow on the next class by 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. Then on Saturday, we'll do 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So be prepared. Bye, everyone, and God bless you. Let me drop everyone that have coins so that you won't lose it. Let me disconnect it. Don't drop. Let me drop you so that you won't lose your coins that you've achieved. Disconnect now. Okay. Disconnect. I'll disconnect everyone so that you won't lose your coins, because if you just go, if I put it off like this, you're going to lose the coins that you have. Please, so let's come and support, make this community a great one. We'll start supporting each other by giving ourselves coins and gifting. It will be nice. Thank you. And bye for now. God bless you all. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you, Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, everyone. And good night for now. See you out tomorrow. Bye. YouTube, my love, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it this night. Thank you, everyone. For everyone watching me that decided to come in today, I really appreciate you all. Thank you, and God bless you all. God bless you. God bless you. Subscribe to my account, please. Thank you, and God bless you. See you. Bye.